In this video, I'm going to help you fix a Skyworth LCD flat screen TV that no longer turns on. It's basically just stays black. And so first thing I want you to do is, if you haven't done so already, make sure it's plugged in and manually check the Skyworth wherever the power is. Sometimes it's underneath the logo and sometimes it's on the side, either the left or the right. Try powering it on that way. If it powers on, then you know the issue is with your remote control and it's not with the TV itself. So just replace the batteries or get a new remote. Alright, next thing I want you to do is actually check the HDMI ports on the back and remove everything that's connected to the HDMI ports. So remove any cords, any devices like a Roku, Fire TV, PlayStation, Xbox, and then try to turn your TV on. And if it does work, then you know then it's an issue with that device that's connected to the HDMI, and then just replace that and you should be good to go. A lot of times what will happen is a device will short circuit the power, making it not able to work. Next thing I want you to do is actually check your power outlet that you're plugging it into. Try another device on that power outlet and make sure something else does work on it. If it doesn't, then you know the issue is actually with your power outlet and not the TV. You may have short circuit the circuit board, and go to the circuit board in your home. You might have tripped it, and just go ahead and turn it back on, and that may fix your problem. Alright, next thing I want you to do is, of course it's going to be plugged up. What I want you to do is unplug it, and I want you to keep it unplugged for at least a minute. And what that's doing a power cycle on your Skyworth. And as you're doing that, if you have access to the remote control of the Skyworth, point it towards the TV and hold down the power button while you're pointing, and hold it for at least 30 seconds. Then let go, and then find the power button on the Skyworth, and then what I want you to do is hold that for 30 seconds. And you're doing a power cycle when you do that. Then after a minute, go ahead and plug it back in, and then see if that works. You'll see that that will actually fix 50% of the TVs that have an issue with the power. Alright, now after you've tried that, I want you to do something that's kind of unconventional, but it will actually help with a lot of TVs. Locate you a hair dryer. You can see I got one right here. Plug it up, and then what I want you to do is unplug the TV from the wall. And what we're going to do is we're going to warm up the components inside the TV. So everywhere that you see a vent here, I want you to blow warm air into it. So put your dryer on high pressure warm heat, and for about 5 minutes you want to blow into it while the TV is unplugged. Now, after you did that, give it a good 30 minutes. Keep it unplugged for 30 minutes. And then I want you to plug it in. What you're doing is, when you blow air into it, you're knocking the dust off of the components, number one. And number two, you're actually warming up the components and changing the chemistry somewhat. Sometimes that will make it work again. Alright, if you've tried all that, next thing I want you to do is physically examine your power cord. Unplug it directly from the back, and make sure there's no damage on your AC power cord. And I want you to look at the very end of the part that goes into the back of the TV. And a lot of them will look like this. This is called a non-polarized AC power cord. Some will be polarized. Some will actually have 3 holes that looks like a triangle. I want you to replace that. You might have one laying around your home. A lot of times the non-polarized will go into printers like HP, Epson. They'll go into CPAP machines. They'll go into PlayStations, Xboxes. And then temporarily borrow that one and see if it'll work on your TV. If it does, then you know the issues with your AC power cord, and you can replace these for like $10 on Amazon or eBay. Alright, thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe.